What if I told you a truck driver cracked the code to building a crypto empire? Meet Bitcoin Ben. He went from driving 18-wheelers to creating 6 different ways for regular people to stack Bitcoin and build wealth. This isn't just another crypto course. This is a complete ecosystem where you earn while you learn. First up, the confidential bulk purchase program. Get Bitcoin at wholesale prices through group buying power. Then there's Home to HODL. Convert your home equity directly into Bitcoin instead of cash. Need funding? The Loans for Bitcoin program gets you the capital to buy more crypto. Want passive income? Private Key Capital puts your Bitcoin to work. Hungry for something different? Bitcoin Ben's tokenized beef lets you invest in real cattle backed by blockchain technology. And if you want to mine? Bitcoin Ben's mining program gets you started with the right equipment and knowledge. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club pays you to learn. Earn 10% on direct referrals, 5% on second level, 2% on third level. This might be the only membership where you make more than you pay. Ben went from 10 years behind the wheel to becoming the world's most unlikely crypto expert. Now he's sharing everything through live training, community events, and proven systems that work. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines? Join Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club today and start stacking sats while building your financial future. Your truck driving days are over. Your crypto empire starts now.
Yes, it does. Good morning, everybody. It's your favorite truck driver in the whole wide world. It's Bitcoin Ben here for the daily. What in the hell is going on in cryptocurrencies? And hell, I might as well say it, gold and silver. Guys, I have a list. There's so much friggin' going on right now that the average American, average Joe Schmo truck driver or plumber or teacher or electrician or whoever is not aware of. Let me just say this. Silver and gold are absolutely going to destroy the old system because now they have an enemy. They have India, China, and a few other countries who are going batshit on gold and silver. Let me give you an example of how crazy this is getting. Right now, the silver price is down. Guys, it's all paper. It's all paper silver. London has zero silver. None. I received a message yesterday from a friend over in Europe. They were waiting because they actually own a lot of silver, a lot of paper silver. And they requested a delivery. They sat on the phone for 3 hours yesterday. 3 hours hearing excuses after excuses of, well, the transportation cost is gonna have to be higher, and I'm sure you don't want to pay that, do you? No, I'll pay it. That's fine. Well, what we can do is we can cash you out and wire the money right to your bank account. No, we want the silver. Well, if you're requesting the silver, then we are allowed to listen to this bullshit. Doesn't it sound like a little bit like Coinbase? If you're requesting the silver in the very little bitty print of your contract, it says we can wait 90 days. What? 90 days? Yeah, 90 days. They don't have the silver. And like I said yesterday, the silver market is broke. When I say it's broke, that means there are now several prices for silver. You have London price, which is down today, which is absolute bullshit. I hope no one is actually really looking at that price and and actually thinking they can get silver for that price. If you think you can go out and get silver for $47 an ounce, good fucking luck. Go to your local guy and go, yeah, I'd like some silver for $47 an ounce. They're going to giggle at you and laugh. They're going to go, no, I'll just sell it to India at $67 an ounce. Guys, that's what I mean whenever the actual market is broke. Because now you have two separate prices. You have a real price and you have a paper price. Right now, the paper price is $47. You guys go right ahead. Get you some paper silver. In fact, you should go down to your bank and get some paper money. Guys, we are at the Weimar Republic level right now. We're at the point where you have the paper price and then you have the price on the street, the real price. The real price in India is $67 an ounce, and they are selling that shit like it's going out of style. All right. Yes, Joe knows crypto. SD bullion is $57 an ounce and rising. Guys, don't believe the horse shit of $47 an ounce. That's an illusion. That's a paper price. That's someone who says, yeah, we will sell you a derivative representation of silver that we don't have. It's a futures price. That's basically what it is. It's we don't have it, but we're going to use our paper price as the price, and India's like, fuck you and your paper price. Go suck a dick. The market's broke. And guys, this is coming to the Bitcoin. Coming to the Bitcoin near you soon. Because let me lay out. It isn't just about silver's price. It isn't just about the price of gold. You have to wrap your heads around the number of the derivatives linked with all of these. I mean, the futures market. London's price, $47 an ounce. That price is linked with a bunch of derivatives, right? Especially silver. You have to understand so much shit in the world needs silver to function. Your cell phone has silver in it. Your automobile has silver in it. Everything. You, and this is me kind of joking, you have silver in you. You a valuable motherfucker. This is reaching a point, guys, where we're separating. We are separating from the fake and the real. That's where we're at. This happened in Weimar Republic right before shit went crazy. And guys, we have the perfect storm. I mean, literally. Let me show you something. And all of the banks, I guarantee the Federal Reserve, the Bank of England, all of the global banks are who is actually pushing the paper price down. Let me show you why. All right. Let me show you why you know it's the papers. It's the banks. Let me show you right here. Here we go. Easy peasy. Let me share a screen real quick. This will show you who's actually buying these, these silver shorts. Share screen. X. Share. Let me bring it up. All right, there we go. Let me put myself over here. All right. Right now, there are 1 million shares of a derivative. Remember, this is iShares Silver Trust. These are derivatives of silver. There are 1 million shares available with a fee of 19.23%. So in order for you to actually buy $100 worth of these shares, you have to pay almost $20 to do it. That rate is an adjustable rate. When there is a high demand, it goes higher. When there's a low demand, it goes lower. And the cheapest, all right, the cheapest right now is 15.12%. You get it yet? Who is going to pay 20% to short the silver market? Think about that. That means to make it profitable, you'd have to drop the silver price at least 25% to even make a decent amount. All right. All right. A decent amount on the float. So do you think the silver price is going to drop 25% in order? Right. That's what shows you, Tom, you're absolutely right. A moron would, or someone with an agenda who prints money. This is crazy, guys. This is the war for the system. All right, like I said, I have a list of shit I want to talk about today. All right, I'll just run through this as quick as I can. All right. The issue with silver and gold is failure to deliver. When you place an order for a derivative of silver, all you're doing is adding a 1 to their computer ledger. All right, we got one more derivative over here. They don't actually purchase silver whenever they receive. All right, this is not an ETF. This is a futures market. They are quote unquote tracking the price of silver. Remember, and this is a snowball, folks, because if you have two separate prices, they're killing themselves, but they can't help it because it's the only thing they can do. If you have a price of $47 over here, then you have a price of $67 over here. People are going to buy $47 if it was real silver, and they're going to sell it for $67. That's called arbitrage. I always pronounce that wrong, but I think that's right. Arbitrage. All right. You do it all day long. Okay, so I'll buy silver here, and and I'll sell it over here. They're not afraid of that because they know it's a derivative. They have 90 days, quote, 90 days, to produce the silver. They can't do it. But this is a temporary illusional fix. Oh, yeah. No. The real price is $47. Place your orders, boys. And in 90 days, we'll send you some silver. No, they're not. We are moving into a place where we're reaching failure to deliver. Once we hit failure to deliver, they've already basically done that. When London told India, no more silver for you, no soup for you, that was failure to deliver. All right, the COMEX or whatever you're going, COMEX, I call it the CONEX. They cannot refuse. They cannot refuse to deliver. But they said, no silver for you. They just broke their contract. Because India wants the silver delivered. They don't want this, I'll trade into a futures market bullshit. Now, reason I bring that up, the Bitcoin. The receipt is the delivery. There is no failure to deliver with the Bitcoin. When you buy it, that's it. Once it's in your wallet, your receipt is the asset. That's it. There is no failure to deliver. That's the difference. Everyone's freaking out right now. Oh, the price of the Bitcoin had dropped all the way down to, what was it, like 107 or something like that? Guys, that's a real market. That's a real market. Now, mind you, they are manipulating the price of the Bitcoin. Absolutely. But they have to use the Bitcoin to do it. They have to have real friggin' Bitcoin to sell the Bitcoin. With London, they can sell a derivative of the silver without selling the silver. That's what the futures market is. It is a tool to manipulate the price. That's it. That's what futures are for. That's why they were created. Guys, and the silver and the gold people are going to get this. They're going to get failure to deliver. And as soon as they get failure to deliver, it's over, folks. It's over, because then they're like, wait, let's put it this way. Right now, if you order silver online, you have a 3-week wait. And I mean a lot of silver. I'm not talking this whole, hey, I'm buying 5 ounces today. Woo. No. If you are placing a silver order online with a reputable silver company, you're waiting 3 weeks for your delivery. You know why? Because they receive your order and then they place the order for the silver. They're not sitting on the fucking silver. They have to order the silver from the warehouse and allocate that silver. If that silver's not there, the warehouse has to order it from the production facility. We're going down the chain, guys. And we're good. We're reaching a point right now, and this is why this whole futures market and shit's actually going on. We're reaching the point where the warehouse is calling the producer, and the producer's like, yeah, fuck you. I'm holding the silver until I get a higher price. Guys, that's where we're at. The producers, the miners, are not selling the silver for the price that it's at right now. Now, this is where it breaks, guys. Anybody, I guarantee you call up any major silver dealer right now and ask them, hey, can I get some silver for $47? They are going to laugh you off the fucking phone. Because the producers, and watch for this might happen. Trump might actually put a tariff on gold and silver. That is a last ditch effort to save the fucking dollar. I hope he doesn't do this. This would be Armageddon. This would be bad. This would be so fucking bad. But the miners of the silver, you have to realize they're just like the Bitcoin miners. They would rather hold their silver, sell just enough for operational cost, and hold it. The miners are the ultimate hodlers of silver because they produce it, just like Bitcoin. The miners, if they don't want to sell, there is no new production. Everything that is produced is held, not sold. Guys, yes, silver is now classified by the U.S. as a critical mineral. Yeah. Guys, you know what that means? Oh, here we go. That means that, I hate to say this, but this is what's coming. Silver, just like China, over in China, you can mine for gold, but you can't sell it outside of China. Did you know that? China will not allow the Chinese companies to sell gold outside of China. That just may happen here in America. And if that happens, goodness gracious, folks, hold on to your ass, because that money is going to flow so quickly into Bitcoin, your head will fucking spin. Guys, I learned yesterday that the accurate price of silver, listen to this, the accurate price of silver is $1,200 an ounce. That's the accurate price. They're saying it's at 67 in India. Yeah. And guys, silver and gold, I know you're looking at it and you're going, should I jump on this bandwagon? Only if you can get physical. We remember the song, let's get physical, physical, physical. That's the only way. We're at a point. Hang on. All right, we're at a point. Question, will we ever see the real price of silver? Oh, you'll see it. It's just, let's put it this way. If we see silver hit $1,200 an ounce, folks, this whole world is toast. The economic monetary system is gone. Because everything is actually based on gold, silver right now. Everything. The central banks have been buying gold and silver, well, mostly gold actually, for the last 5 years. Guys, once gold hits, I think it's $5,175. Once the price of gold hits $5,175, gold will then actually be the largest holding asset of all of the central banks. No longer U.S. treasuries. This is the fall of the treasury market. And guys, look at where we're at. We have Powell just yesterday basically saying, I got your back. I'll print as much money as we need. Guys, if people are selling our treasury bonds, the price of the bonds, the interest rate should go up to attract capital. We're dropping the interest rates. Everyone is. And Japan is absolutely fucked. There's no saving Japan. We've lost Japan, guys. They fell off the boat. They are now down swimming with the fishies. Japan's done. They are doner than done. Everyone's just realizing it now. All right, let me jump to the next thing. Oh, hang on 1 second. Word from the sponsor.
Attention visionaries and pioneers, the future of wealth is here, and it's spelled Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Introducing the exclusive Loans for Bitcoin program at the Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, where your good credit unlocks 0% interest loans for up to 2 years, or term loans up to $250,000 spread over 7 to 12 years. Why wait? Use this capital to acquire the world's fastest appreciating asset, Bitcoin. With prices hovering around 94,000 and projections aiming much higher by the year's end, the time to act is now. Leverage isn't just for Wall Street anymore. Arbitrage the low cost of your loan against Bitcoin's explosive growth. It's smart finance for the modern investor. And privacy matters. Our no KYC Bitcoin purchase program ensures you buy and self-custody your assets in your own wallet. Your keys, your Bitcoin, your future. And as the world shifts to digital currencies, be ahead of the curve. Front-run corporations, governments, in this greatest financial revolution of our times. I'm Jay Bose, CEO of Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club. Call or text us today at 941-413-6920 and get started on that loan application. Secure your legacy. You will thank yourself tomorrow.
Actually, that has the wrong telephone number on it. If you're looking if you want to get more Bitcoin, we have like 6 friggin' different ways where you can get more Bitcoin. 941-413-8080. All right, give us a call or send us a text. All right, now, here we go, folks. For those of us old enough, we remember when there used to be, yes, for you younger folks, there used to be an American $500 bill. $500 bill. Everyone out here in the chat, raise your hand if you remember the $500 bill. I do. I remember my grandfather had several of them that I saw. Okay. Yep. William McKinley. Yes, it did. Oh, okay. They got rid of those in like the early 90s or late 80s. Yes, they also had $1,000 bill. Yes, they did. All right. Now, the highest denomination is $100 until now. All right. This is what's going to blow your mind. The reason that they got rid of the $1,000 bill and the $500 bill was after they jacked the interest rate up in the early 80s. That made the dollar super strong. Super strong. The $1,000 and the $500 bill was no longer useful once we hit that point. Because earlier in the 70s, when inflation was crazy, that's when they launched the $1,000 bill and the $500 bill officially. That's why they were printing those so much in the 70s, is there was so much inflation. They needed a higher representation of money. Think of it like this. Oh, here, a great present from my friends. This is a one. Let's see. This is a $10 billion note from Zimbabwe. All right, $10 billion. That's what the $1,000 and the $500 bill was. A representation of the inflation of the time. For those of you who pay attention, what did they announce a few weeks ago? We're going to get a new dollar. Well, no. We're going to get a new $250 bill to celebrate the 250th anniversary of America. Yeah. This is the signal inflation's coming, folks. They are creating higher denominational fiat. That's the sign. That's the signal, right? Zimbabwe used to have $1 bills, $5 bills, $10 bills, $20 bills, $50 bills, and $100 bills. Zimbabwe. What did they do? As the inflation kicked in, they just created a higher denomination bill. That's it. Because if you don't create a higher denominated bill, you have people walking around with fucking wheelbarrows paying for shit. This is how they save money on paper. This is where we're going, folks. They're sending the signals when they announce, and mark my words, it will come in the future, we're going to reissue the $500 and the $1,000 bill. Are you? Why? Well, because the $1,000 bill is going to be worth about what $100 used to be worth. This is exactly what happened in Weimar, Germany. It's exactly what happened in Zimbabwe. Like I said, Zimbabwe used to have a $1 bill. This represents 10 billion $1 bills. You want a clear-cut signal of where we're going? The announcement of the $250 bill. Here we go, folks. That's why in the late 80s and early 90s, they got rid of the $500 bill. They got rid of the $1,000 bill because they had corrected the currency, quote unquote, using the interest rate of the Federal Reserve. Hang on 1 second. I gotta fix this. That close enough. All right, yeah. That's why we had a $500 bill and a $1,000 bill. Because we had jacked up interest rates so high that it strengthened the dollars. So the $1,000 and the $500 bill were no longer used as much in society because our dollar had strengthened, which means we needed smaller representation of value. That's it. How do you know where we're at right now? we're going to launch a $250 bill to celebrate the 250th anniversary of America. No. They are injecting a new level of representation of value of the dollar, because $100 bills ain't gonna cut it no more. There's too much demand for $100 bills now. They are basically going to go, all right, everyone's using hundreds for everything now. They're basically $1. We're going to have to jump that up and represent $250 in one piece of paper. Guys, that's the surest sign that we're heading into an inflationary period. Thank you, Jerome Powell, for showing up. Who knew Jerome Powell had a YouTube channel? We're done, folks. Jerome, which thank you for joining the show, just announced yesterday, guys, don't worry, we gonna print up a bunch of money. We're going to print up a bunch of money. Don't worry. In fact, we're going to print up these new $250 bills that are going to be just awesome. Now, that is a sure sign. What's going on with silver and gold is a sure sign. All right. Here we go. This is looking into the future. Yesterday, the cloud went down. Everyone's freaking the fuck out. Oh, the cloud went down. I can't access my files. I can't access my documents. I can't access jack diddly fuck. This is what people are not realizing what's going on. In the future, the blockchain of the Bitcoin will be the most valuable cloud storage in human history. This is what I wrote yesterday, or what I had wrote yesterday. In the future, listen to this. In the future, you will be able to sell your Bitcoin for information retention value. Bitcoin is the ultimate cloud. Now, the cloud is a centralized information storage entity. AWS. They're a centralized hard drive, or memory. This is where the Bitcoin and, mark my words, Litecoin will shine. People are going to use public, decentralized blockchain for information retention because of the power of the network, the power of the verification, incorruptibility of the blockchain. All right? No. Right? I'll rent my Bitcoin, not sell. I understand that. But here comes Clint Westwood. Yes. Litecoin is going to thrive in this because Litecoin, like the Bitcoin, has segregated witness. For those of you who don't know, Segregated witness allows a larger area of information in a certain area of the blockchain. All right. You can make another network like Bitcoin, or you can, or you can't. Oh, okay. You can't. Yeah. You can't make another network like Litecoin or like Bitcoin. Will be invaluable. Absolutely. Because what we have to remember, guys, is we're moving into an area of illusion. We're moving into a time of illusion where we really cannot validate a lot of bullshit, because it will be AI, and it will be harder to know what is true. That's just a fact, right? These blockchains are just clouds of information. That's what they are. They are clouds of information. This camera is annoying the fuck clean out of me. All right. These are literally the retainer of information, and their mind, not proof of stake. That's just more centralized. What people are going to look for is not if it's really valuable, like super valuable information, they'll put it on Bitcoin. Companies will use the Litecoin network for information retention and verification. We haven't even begun to realize what is coming. AI, mark my words, guys, AI will use Litecoin and also Bitcoin as a verification network. They're not going to rely on AWS. Because why? Because AWS can go down. It's flawed. It's centralized. There is an area of attack. Litecoin, the Bitcoin. This is the future. We just haven't got there yet. It will get there, because centralization is always a liability. Always. And anybody who doesn't believe that, look at what happened yesterday with AWS. Right? Right. Here you go. Zero downtime on Litecoin chain in 14 years. Exactly. Litecoin's chain has never went down. Ever. Ever, ever. That is reliability of verification. And that's where this is all going to. Let me wipe this off here. All right. That's where this is all going to, is everything is going to need to be validated. That's what AI thrives on. That's the only way AI can exist, is with validations. Mark my words, guys. Someone in the future is going to use Litecoin and other blockchains for an information archive retrieval system. The blockchain will be the hard drive of truth. This is so much larger than any of us really realize. And this is what's going on right now with silver and gold is just the canary in the coal mine, guys. It's the canary in the coal mine that is flat fucking dead in the bird cage. And we're all looking at it and we're going, why is the bird dead? Oh, it's because there's a bunch of carbon monoxide in here. Oh, okay. Well, let's just continue shoveling, guys. Everything's going to be fine. Don't worry. Don't worry at all. So we got a dead bird here. That's no big deal. All right, we're fucked. But we're not fucked. We have Bitcoin. We have Litecoin. For a little while longer, we have gold and silver. But that's not going to last long because failure to deliver is going to destroy the gold and silver market. Absolutely. Absolutely. Will destroy the gold and silver market, which will lead into a derivatives collapse like you ain't never seen. Guys, mark my words, the global banking system is going to have to rescue gold and silver. They're too big to fail. You're going to see sanctions. You're going to see tariffs. You're going to see they're going to throw everything they have at gold and silver because they're the canary in the coal mine. The Federal Reserve, the global banking system, all of the governments, they're going to grab that little bird and they are going to give it mouth to friggin' beak. They're going to try and put it on life support. They're going to hold it by its wings and pretend it's flying. Look, the bird's fine. All's good. All's good. Keep working. The bird's dead, but they're going to try and resuscitate it. And as we get more and more failure to delivers, people are going to realize that the Bitcoin, Litecoin, and cryptos never fail to deliver. They are a reliable network. If I send you some Bitcoin, it's verified every time. If you send me Litecoin, it's verified every time. You're done. Gold and silver cannot do that. Cannot do that. It's impossible. And guys, as this all happens, the value of gold is not going to be reliant on intrinsic or history. People are going to look at it and go, how do I get it? Well, you go down to the gold store. Yeah, they don't have any. Okay. How do I get it? Well, you can't. Well, if you can't get it, there is no market. We're off to the races, folks. The canary in the coal mine is dead, and it is the gold and silver markets. And we're going to go and look up history, guys. Look at Weimar Republic. How much was gold worth in Weimar Republic dollars? A lot. And And at the end of the Weimar currency, the market shot up, just like gold and silver. Whew. Well, enjoy, folks. All right, everyone, please do not miss out on where this is all going. Call us now. We can actually get you a loan if you want to buy Bitcoin. We have no KYC Bitcoin. We prepare yourself for what's coming, because it's going to be, unless you and everyone get your coins off the fucking exchanges. Jesus, please get it in a private wallet. We can help you do that. We can help teach you how to do that. You have to hold it in your own wallets, or else you just have an IOU. If your coins are on fucking Coinbase, look at what happened. What does Coinbase use? Amazon, ASW, or AWS, or whatever the fuck you call it. That's Coinbase. Unfortunately, Kraken also uses ASW. Gold run is over. No, no. Like I said earlier, if you truly believe the price of silver is $47, you've lost your fucking mind. Because over in India, it's $67. If you think that the gold run and the silver run is older, there's a lot of people who are about to get educated the hard way. Just hang on for the ride, guys. They're about to print a bunch of money and pour it into the system, because the system is on life support. Everyone have a great day. I love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
What if I told you a truck driver cracked the code to building a crypto empire? Meet Bitcoin Ben. He went from driving 18-wheelers to creating 6 different ways for regular people to stack Bitcoin and build wealth. This isn't just another crypto course. This is a complete ecosystem where you earn while you learn. First up, the confidential bulk purchase program. Get Bitcoin at wholesale prices through group buying power. Then there's Home to HODL. Convert your home equity directly into Bitcoin instead of cash. Need funding? The Loans for Bitcoin program gets you the capital to buy more crypto. Want passive income? Private Key Capital puts your Bitcoin to work. Hungry for something different? Bitcoin Ben's tokenized beef lets you invest in real cattle backed by blockchain technology. And if you want to mine? Bitcoin Ben's mining program gets you started with the right equipment and knowledge. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club pays you to learn. Earn 10% on direct referrals, 5% on second level, 2% on third level. This might be the only membership where you make more than you pay. Ben went from 10 years behind the wheel to becoming the world's most unlikely crypto expert. Now he's sharing everything through live training, community events, and proven systems that work. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines? Join Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club today and start stacking sats while building your financial future. Your truck driving days are over. Your crypto empire starts now.